10 games of 10 games of hoops on MLK Day. This is your express tour through the association. Called a fast break on Nba2k15. The big game on the evening was a rematch of the NBA Finals, and this was no matchup at all. Golden State walked into Cleveland's house and absolutely destroyed the Cavaliers. It wasn't as close as the score, but the final was 132-98. In NYC, we had a thriller. Carmelo Anthony pulling up and sending this thing into overtime with the three. The game went into double overtime when Robert Covington went glass, but in double OT, Langston Galloway was the star of the show, and the New York Knicks get the win 119-113 over the Philadelphia 76ers. The Charlotte Hornets and the Utah Jazz meeting up down in Charlotte, and, Gordon Hayward had a nice day, but the real day belonged to this man, Kemba Walker. A franchise record, a career high, 52 points.
Sponsored by Sprite. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
We've got the Washington Wizards and the Miami Heat. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. Here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Wall up top. He's guarded by Brkić. Beal against Wade. No one near Wall as he lets it go. Goes back up, and that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Well, the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
Brkić never really felt at home in Phoenix, it seemed, but he got a lot of his bounce back to his step when he was traded to the Wizards, where he was really a great fit alongside that young backcourt.
And now Washington starting group. Wall and Beal together in the backcourt. Otto Porter and Nene at the forwards. And it's Gortat in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Porter kicks to Beal. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof.
Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
And the Wizards trading Emeka Okafor and a draft pick for Gortat. Clark seemed like a pretty good move at the time.
Yeah, you know, Okafor had that season-ending injury. The Wizards making a push for the playoffs, and they were able to re-sign Gortat this offseason.
Now here's Porter. And Wall kicks to Beal. Here's Nene. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
When you can make adjustments to the shot in midair and midstream and still knock it down, you know you're flowing.
There's Brkić with the three. Tries to keep it alive. And it's Wade penetrating. Some solid defense there by Nene. Wizards have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Wall, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Well, the Wizards signed John Wall to that max contract extension last season, and he rewarded them. Made his first All-Star game appearance and led the team back to the playoffs for the first time in 6 seasons.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
And Wall finally adding a consistent three-pointer to his arsenal last season. He shot almost 4 threes a game and made them at a 35% clip.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. To the middle, stolen by Wade. Here's Brkić. Basket is good. The assist from Bosh. It's a tie ball game.
You know, the height difference there is huge, but he canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself to be manhandled by the big boy.
And Steve, defenders can't just go under on screens any longer defending John Wall.
Yeah, that outside shot keeps defenders honest, and it opens up driving angles and passing lanes for John Wall, who's one of the most explosive players in the league.
Here is Porter after the made shot from Goran Dragic. Beal and Washington again with the bucket.
Well, he's been working hard to get good looks, and it's paying off for him early.
We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Now, you got to time up the clock. It's easier said than done, but you got to execute your offense on that first possession.
Now here's Dragic. He has 6. Shots good by Bosh.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
The Wizards have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Here's Porter, and it's blocked by Bosh. They retain possession. Here's Beal. Beal can't get that one to fall. Now here's Bosh. Wade drives in. Misses in close.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
The Wizards have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. Both teams will make substitutions. He hits the second from the line. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, Stephen Clark, what are your thoughts?
Boy, a ton of threes in that first quarter. This team really lighting it up, guys.
Yeah, it's been an onslaught from downtown. Nene, a 6'11 Brazilian big man, strong and quick-footed with a nice touch. And he's a quality two-way player. And for him, as it is the case with a lot of players, it's about health. You know, over the course of his 12-year career, he's missed almost a third of available games due to injury.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So, the Wizards 5 right now. Chris Humphries is out there with Jared Dudley. Then there's Ramon Sessions. Then it's Gary Neal. Here's Green. Washington with the rebound. Well, you talk about Nene's troubles at times staying on the court, Steve. Some say he's unwilling to play through pain.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the case. You know, all I know is that when he's healthy, he is one of the most effective big men in the NBA, and he had a terrific run in the playoffs last year, particularly in that Chicago series.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Thank you, Kevin. As everyone knows, Amari Stoudemire has had to battle back from his share of numerous injuries, and he switched to a vegan diet in order to help stay healthy. He said it was tough, and when asked which foods he missed the most, he said, "I love chicken and I love Chilean sea bass. I missed it, but I wanted to stay strong." Guys?
Interesting. Thanks, Doris. Here's Big Smooth. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
Yeah, in fact, 3 of the last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
So timeout called here. The first for Washington. A different look for Miami. Bosh has checked in for Josh McRoberts. Bang comes in for Big Smooth. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Gerald Green. And then for Washington, Gortat's checked in for Humphries. Bradley Beal comes in for Gary Neal. And John Wall subbed in for Sessions. Miami with the ball, following the bucket by the Wizards. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
Wall's shot is off.
Well, as far as jump shots go, that's as high percentage as it gets.
I'm not sure how that didn't go down.
Out to the wing. Wash kicks to Dang. The dish now to Chalmers. Just 5 on the clock. The Heat need to get a shot off. Wade for 3. Stoudemire the pass to Wade. Drains it from beyond the arc.
They're really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
Yeah, not giving up too many second chance opportunities, which is always important, and it's been one of the reasons they have the lead right now.
Now here's Beal, and here's Dudley for 3. They get it back. A second chance effort, and it's sent back by Bosch. Shot and game clock separated by 5, and it's rejected. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Here's Wade. No good off the front iron.
He has yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
And Dudley kicks to Wall. Outside for Beal. And again, Washington, no good. Here's Wade. And the wide open shot from Chalmers. Here's Dang. And
Kevin, I'm here.
now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. You have to like what we're seeing from Goran Dragic.
I think this is the kind of quality performance we expect to see from him. He's always setting the bar high for himself, and sometimes I think we just kind of get numb to how good he really is.
You know, Steve, I think it's doubly difficult to keep up the level of play he does when you know you're the focal point of the other team's defense. And to be able to play like he has when you have a reputation of being the guy, that's impressive.
On the perimeter, Wade and Dang. Chris Bosh is out there with Whiteside, and it's Dragic in at the one spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
Second team foul.
That's tipped. Outside, Wall. He kicks it to Beal. 6 to shoot. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Beal's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Wizards.
Well, you saw it a little at the back of his rookie year, and he continued it last season. Brad Beal is going to be a dynamic scoring guard. Wow. Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Wow. You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
And guys, look, I don't know what the score is. That's the play we're all going to remember from this game.
And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. There's the triple. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. 9 points here for Beal.
They've been good on all 3 of their shots since coming out of the locker room at the break.
And it's Dragic off the drive. Dang against Porter. There's Dragic with the 3. Again, Dragic missing.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots just have not dropped for him today.
Cannot hit. Miami leading by 4. Near the three-point line, it's Wade. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Heat came into last season looking to three-peat, and anything less would have been a disappointment.
Yeah, well, you could see that they were focusing on the playoffs last year. The Bobcats didn't really stand a chance against them in round 1. It was easy pickings for the Heat.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, guys, common wisdom among players is that it's better to be an unrestricted free agent than a restricted one. However, a recent study found that comparable players ended up making more money in restricted free agencies. Teams know they have to overpay to avoid a player's team matching that offer. Kevin?
Well, some good examples from this offseason, Doris. Great job, thanks.
Yeah, the contracts given to Chandler Parsons and Gordon Hayward come to mind. I mean, both were able to command max salary despite not yet being star caliber.
And it's Stoudemire with the jam.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
Jared Dudley's checked in for Washington.
Well, to get back to the Heat last year, a lot of teams in the conference didn't really look to be in the same ballpark as Miami in terms of playoff hunger.
The Heat leading by 7. Outside, Green. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Stoudemire dishes to McRoberts. Big smooth the pass to Green. And McRoberts kicks to Dragic. And again, it's the Heat missing. Sessions with it. It could go. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, today it comes from one of the men in the middle, Kevin. Let me tell you, anytime you get a big man who can pass like this, it really changes the way you can play offense. It diversifies your offensive attack.
Let me ask, who is the best passing big man you've played with? Oh, the Australian.
Yes, big redhead, good passer down on the low block.
Number 1 pick by Minnesota Timberwolves. So the Wizards 5 right now. Wall and Beal together in the backcourt. Gortat is out there with Humphries. And it's Dudley in at the 3, the small forward.
Well, you just can't give them that kind of position in the post.
I'll tell you what, when he gets it in that tight, he's going to bury those.
And there's the call on Marcin Gortat. That's his first foul. Dwayne Wade's checked in for Miami. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Porter's checked in. Out to Wade. And Dragic has it in the corner. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Beal gets a wide open look. And it takes a hard bounce.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
And they've needed every one of those rebounds. I think that's what's put them in front here.
Wizards trail by 7. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk. And that wasn't the plan for the D on that trip.
And I'm agreeing with you there. Once they opened the lane up for him, that was a little emphasis on that.
Take what the defense gives you and then just power it home, right? Why not?
Green, he's checked in for Whiteside. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Heat?
How about the three-point shooting we're seeing so far, guys? Amazing.
You know, something else I've noticed is just how many of their baskets have been set up by assists throughout the game.
The drive by Green goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I'm glad they didn't try. You don't want anybody getting hurt out here.
Beal gets a wide open look. And the shot no good, a bit short.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And it's Green with the jam.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And he does it as well as anyone. Tremendous skill in the air.
And Lou Eldang gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Well, he holds the reins to this team, and we're seeing some examples of that, Steve, right now.
Yeah, they look cohesive. And, you know, anytime he takes control, you can just feel them together.
Yeah, it's priceless when you have a guy who sets the example he does and then backs it up with timely communication as well as consistent performance.
Marcin Gortat, the Polish hammer. We like him, I know, the 57th pick back in 2005.
He's just a quality starting center. You know, the 6'11" center, can score and defend. Really a good pickup for Washington.
Nene, he's checked in for the Wizards.
Well, clearly we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. And I think this was an excellent all-around performance for the Heat.
Tonight they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That certainly was their main meal, their bread and butter, if you will. And Gortat got his rebounding back up last season. A consistent double-double guy in the middle, and he turned 30 last season. Still very much in the prime of his career.
Wade dishes to Brkić. Pocket 6. Wade drives in. Brkić kicks to Dang. Miami no good on that time either. Wizards have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. It's stolen by Brkić. They kick it out to Green. Dang with the screen for Brkić. Wide open look. Back to Green. A 3-ball. No good. And so Miami.
Yes, guys.
Ten games.
The 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Sprite.
Welcome members to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, ready to bring you all the action along with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. The Detroit Pistons preparing to defend home court in this Eastern Conference battle. So Detroit will get the first possession. And now the opening lineup for Boston. David Lee is out there with Jared Sullinger. Then there's Avery Bradley. Then it's Thomas. And it's Crowder in at the 3.
I tell you what, it never gets old watching him work, does it, fellas?
No, Clark, you know, that's a good way to put it. He will work. Great example of that on the offensive glass right there.
Yeah, just blue-collar stuff. And then he put a little flair in the dunk.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass. Well, Jared Sullinger slipped in the 2012 draft over concerns about his back. He ended up missing the latter half of that rookie season when he had to have back surgery. Despite his health issues, when he's been on the court, he's shown a lot of promise.
For Detroit, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And, you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and 1.
Xavier Caldwell-Pope, KCP, drafted 8th overall last season by the Pistons. Steve drafting for need there.
Yeah, Caldwell-Pope coming out of Georgia. He's got that three-point range. Really promising defender, too. that two-guard spot. Well, with only one attempt so far falling, this is not looking good. 1 for 4 so far. I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
Thomas, no luck.
And KCP struggling somewhat with his shot in his first season. Mostly stayed on the perimeter. He didn't get inside that often to try to get himself going. Sometimes you can get your perimeter game going by going inside. So we'll have to see how his offensive game progresses as his second season goes on.
Up top, Jennings. He's guarded by Thomas. It's back to Jennings. He lobs it up. Passes it to Caldwell Pope. Fires the three. Here's Drummond. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, he won that battle, and in general, they're winning most of the battles tonight.
Well, those are some very easy points if you can get them.
Well, and like Clark said, they have been getting them, not necessarily all on putback dunks, but a lot of second chance opportunities.
Shot's good.
And for Caldwell Pope, a volume scorer at Georgia. He'd certainly shown the confidence to hit tough shots in the big moments in games. Sometimes rookies look to defer, but in a team in need of shot making, it seems a window for him to claim a larger role.
Here's Morris. Isaiah Thomas making his last shot. Fires the three. Bradley with some nice D.
And it seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Throws it up high, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. So Boston going with almost an entire new group. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Yarebko comes in for Lee. Smart's checked in for Avery Bradley. And Turner subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. Olynyk. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside, into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration.
Yarebko kicks to Olynyk. And it's thrown down hard with both hands. No challenge from the defense there. Clark could have put that one through any way he wanted.
And I love the choice there, partner. Going hard. My goodness.
Beats the buzzer.
Wow.
Oh, what a three at the horn. They end the quarter on a high note. What a big shot.
I'll say that'll put a little bounce in their step coming back out of this break.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
And the key has been the second chance points. You look at this team, the hustle that they play with, very impressive in that first quarter.
Well, it's showing up on the scoreboard. I mean, you get second chance points like that, it can add to your totals and also demoralize your opponent.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Jackson is out there with Jody Meeks. Then it's Aaron Baines. And there's Anthony Tolliver. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot.
Reggie Jackson is really strong and athletic, an excellent driver and finisher, especially when working off the pick and roll.
Intercepted. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Jared Sullinger has developed some very thick skin during his time in the league. Sullinger said, because I had Satch Sullinger as a coach. So I learned early that it's not how loud he's saying it, it's what he's saying. I was blessed to have an angry coach. It's very hard to get into Jared's head, guys.
It is indeed. Thank you, Doris. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Detroit leading by 6. There's Jennings with the 3. Jared Sullinger grabs the board. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Deflects the pass. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
Boy, that pass was in the air a long time.
Long enough for him to get a finger on it anyway and send it out of bounds.
No good on the quick 3. Steve Boston last year was a team looking to rebuild, but their offense was just horrid at times.
Yeah, near the bottom in scoring as well as shooting efficiency. They lost a lot of games because of those offensive struggles.
There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
And it's Drummond with the jam.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Crisp pass into the paint.
The Pistons leading.
And before this last season, you know, Boston had never been an explosive offensive team, but the defense had been what carried that team, and it allowed them to still succeed, although they weren't that powerful offensively. Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
Wow, and now it's just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Fantastic basketball in the open floor.
Bradley with the ball, and Jennings picks him up defensively. Crowder, the pass to Smart. The dish to Crowder. And it's Bradley off the drive. He tries for three, and the shot's good from Crowder. Crowder's got the lead up to 1 now for Boston.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. The defense hasn't been able to set up.
Outside Jennings. Drummond the screen with 1 on the clock and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. For Detroit, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Both teams will make substitutions. Brandon Jennings hits them both.
Well, that was solid. I'll tell you, he's one of the best there is up there at the foul line.
And well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. You look at Jay Crowder. He's really been playing well.
Yeah, he was on a mission there in the first half, just trying to get into the lane every time as possible.
Aggressive attacking basketball at its very best.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. They've got Jared Sullinger. David Lee is out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Avery Bradley. And it's Thomas in at the point. Jennings dishes to Ilyasova. The shot's good. Jennings making the play.
Brandon Jennings continues to improve his playmaking at the point guard position. Last season was a career high for him in assists.
Thomas kicks to Bradley. Shot on the wing. Here's Sullinger. That drops.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
This is his second attempt at the line tonight.
And as a 78% foul shooter last season, he was pretty steady at the line.
Thomas against Jennings. Tries it from 9. Rebounded by the Celtics. Outside Bradley. He feeds it to Crowder. Lets it fly from 18. Detroit with the rebound. Drummond's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Caldwell Pope. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Caldwell Pope's got it all tied up now for the Pistons.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Detroit making a switch. Jackson's checked in. And the Celtics also making a change. Smart's checked in. 1:39 left to play here in the third. Thomas goes in. He dishes it to Sullinger. And Lee with the stuff.
Wow, this has been a thriller. I mean, the way these teams are battling, just going back and forth.
Would you like to bet that this game may end on a buzzer beater? How much would you bet?
Drummond with a screen on Thomas. Pass to Ilyasova. Stolen by Smart. Outside Thomas. Nice ball movement by Boston. And Jackson with the block. 11 feet away. And he connects with the jumper. There's 57 seconds left here in the third quarter. Thomas passes to Smart. Back to Thomas. The tray. No luck. And the Pistons now going the other way. Puts it up from 12. And too long on the shot. The Celtics have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Smart with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. They get it again. Lee. Off with the layup. And, well, Detroit shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Here's Jackson. Drummond in the post. Sullinger defending. And that one's good. Drummond.
That's some tenacity inside, battling for the second chance points.
Thomas against Jackson. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Jackson. Shoots the three. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
That really could be a morale-crushing three-pointer, fella. What a way to head into the fourth quarter.
And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
This was a showstopper, wasn't it? Just a difficult pass to make, and he makes it flawlessly to set up that alley-oop.
Jennings and Meeks in the backcourt. Aaron Baines out there with Anthony Tolliver. And it's Johnson in at the small forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Jennings against Thomas. Now here's Jennings. Defense right on him. Johnson, a wide open look. And the whistle blows. And it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Well, that's an aggressive play, trying to get that rebound. Maybe a little too aggressive.
And it was totally unnecessary, Steve. He was in no position to get to that ball. He should have just conceded.
Bradley dishes to Thomas. It's stolen by Johnson. Pass to Meeks. Let's go. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
And little to no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, that was a tough one right there.
They got right to the rim, but got hammered once he got there by the defense.
That was a nice job taking it strong and forcing his way to the line. Well done.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Pistons?
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And the other thing they're doing, Clark, is scoring a lot of points off turnovers, forcing mistakes and cashing in.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Pistons. And the Pistons making a change here. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
In the break, guys, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Here's Caldwell Pope, guarded by Bradley. Caldwell Pope kicks to Drummond. Rebound by Olynyk. Celtics trail by 4. Bradley drives in. Missed inside.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Here's Morris. And he's good on the free ball.
Well, finally, nice to see the ball actually go through the hoop.
Yeah, that always makes the game look better. I mean, it's been ugly so far here, but hopefully shot making will improve the looks of this one.
Boston making some changes. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Olynyk. Lee comes in for Johnson. And Jake Crowder's subbed in for Evan Turner. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
You know, the instant that steal was made, they were off and running the other way.
Ball pressure and then a run-out seed, that's perfection to me.
From deep, Thomas. Great D that time from Jennings.
Well, they're now +5 in the rebound category, really controlling the glass.
And rebounding is one of those non-glamour stats. I mean, it takes work and effort and tenacity and physicality. But when you look at the scoreboard, you can see the correlation.
From the arc. Offensive rebound. Dishes to Caldwell Pope. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. And now a 12-point Piston lead.
Just a little bit more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate the win.
Well, they can already start to celebrate, Steve, and they should let their team hear it. They were good. You got to be careful, though. There's a real balancing act. You can't let your ego try to run your offense. You can see he really wanted to answer that made three with one of his own. Not the best decision.
Now Zellinger. Crowder, the pass to Bradley. And again, unable to change momentum here. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Off target. And
10 games of...
The 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Sprite.
The Stilling Aglow in the night air of Sacramento, California. Continue their journey as they play an conference matchup on the road. Kings looking to make the most out of their home court advantage here in Sacramento. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and here with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. We've got Monroe, Parker out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Michael Carter-Williams, and it's Middleton in at the shooting guard position.
So deflating for a team, Clark, coughing up the ball at one end, and then it turns into immediate points at the other end.
And it's just as much of a boost for the team getting those easy points off the steal.
Michael Carter-Williams with that rare height at the point guard spot. He's 6'6", long arms, and one thing you love about taller point guards is the ability to really survey the court and pass over the top of the defense. Well, there's a reason he's open out there. The defense not really respecting his ability to make that shot.
Nobody near Gay. And a miss there on the triple. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And for Carter-Williams, great quickness at his height. Clark able to defend smaller players and get by them to penetrate on the other side of the floor.
And he needs that, Kevin, because his jump shot is still very much a work in progress. It's not broke, but it's wobbling a little bit. He's got to tighten that thing up going forward.
Almost surprised that he had that much room to work with.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Sometimes all it takes is just a little change of scenery. And while that wasn't the case for Rudy Gay going from Memphis to Toronto, it was true as he was sent from the Raptors to the Kings this past season, where he played really well.
And while you might worry when a player changes teams midseason 2 years in a row like Rudy Gay, you know, there may be some problems. But Gay was phenomenal for the Kings after the trade. In fact, he looked rejuvenated.
Yeah, sometimes that can happen, a change of scenery, Kevin. can ignite and energize a player, and it certainly made Rudy Gay more efficient.
Again, the miss by the Kings.
He thought he could knock that one down, but the defense was really all over him.
Over to the wing. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first. Just 5 to shoot. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Again, Carter Williams missing. It's tipped. Parker with the steal. The drive by Monroe.
Great job taking right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left him no choice but to foul there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Well, they don't expect a lot from him at the foul line. He was in that range below 70% last season.
And, guys, that was an element of his game that he could not get turned around. I mean, he was really in a funk, and it lasted all season.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. John Henson's checked in for Parker. Mayo comes in for Antetokounmpo. Vasquez, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. Up the floor, it's stolen by Vasquez. Oh, and here we go. Bayless got it, the fast break chance. Right wing. Now here's Vasquez. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
How about that play? Great body control. Still manages to finish the play despite the contact.
You know, when that whistle blows, you're not done. Get greedy and find a way to knock it down.
Got it off in time. The shot is off. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Bucks.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Sacramento, they've got Caron Butler. Caspi is out there with Costa Koufis. Then it's McLemore, and it's Collison in at the point guard position. Vasquez kicks to Bayless. An offensive rebound. Plumlee dishes to Henson. Outside Mayo. Drops in the tray. Mayo's got the lead up to 10 now for Milwaukee.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Collison the pass to McLemore. From the arc, another three for Sacramento.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. And the Kings will go for a different look here. B's checked in for Koufis. Cousins comes in for Caspi. Rudy Gay's checked in for Butler. And it's Bellinelli in for Ben McLemore. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Plumlee. Parker comes in for Henson. And Antetokounmpo's checked in for Vasquez. And it's Carter Williams in for Jared Bayless. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Yes, Kevin, as you know, Jabari Parker taken second overall by the Milwaukee Bucks. He likes the talent on the team and sees himself being a lifelong Buck. Parker said, I feel like I'm going to be able to grow with that organization. I'm trying to be a throwback player, only stick with one team. Sounds like he could be in Milwaukee for the long haul, guys.
Yeah, good situation for him. Thanks, Doris. And here is Monroe. O.J. Mayo getting it to go from deep. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. 5 on the clock. Antetokounmpo dishes to Carter Williams. His three-pointers off the mark. The Kings trail by 10.
You know, last year the Bucks knew that to make the playoffs would be a real stretch. Strange kind of when you consider the year before, 2013, they had gotten to the playoffs, but it just goes to show you things change quickly. Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Darren Collison could be the fastest player in the NBA with the ball in his hands. Westbrook, Parker, obviously in the conversation as well, but Collison, the son of two track stars, he is just explosive.
And Collison loves to use his quickness at both ends, a blur in transition, Clark, and defensively, he'll hound you for the full 94 feet.
Well, again, we've talked about this before, Kevin. You've got to play to your strengths. He's a little undersized, but as they say, speed kills, and he looks to make the most of his speed.
Parker kicks to Carter Williams. Carter Williams with another miss. Sacramento's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Pass to Gay. And there's the feed to Bellinelli. Kicks it out to Gay. Uncovered. Nice jump shot. Good.
That's just run of the mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Feeds it to Middleton. This one for 3. No good. Been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. You have to like what we're seeing from Darren Collison.
I think this is the kind of quality performance we expect to see from him. He's always setting the bar high for himself, and sometimes I think we just kind of get numb to how good he really is.
You know, Steve, I think it's doubly difficult to keep up the level of play he does when you know you're the focal point of the other team's defense. To be able to play like he has when you have a reputation of being the guy, that's impressive.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. Monroe is out there with Parker. Then it's Chris Middleton. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Mayo in at the point guard. Here's Rondo. After the basket by Milwaukee. Bellinelli with the 3. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Ahead, here's Gay. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And now that they have the lead, they might even want to get more aggressive defensively. Really attack, try to come up with more steals. Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break gave him a second win. He looks fresh.
Here's Rondo. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
What a story for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Born in Greece of Nigerian parents, his family is really undocumented. Living in poverty, though, he'd sell watches in the street to make ends meet. But now he's blessed to make a much more significant contribution to his family's fortunes. Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Well, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close. He has not been on his game, and you know, their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not helped the situation. And Antetokounmpo, a late discovery, started playing seriously when he was about 15. Beginning at point guard before he really shot up in height, and now a forward. Has a lot of playmaking ability. Very intriguing prospect.
And finished off by Gay.
Beautiful work in the transition game. That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Well, they'll give him that shot. He doesn't have the most reliable jump shot in the world. We know that.
Cleans up the mess with the savage put-back flush.
He could have tipped it home, but he wanted to give this crowd something to remember.
Dynamic work right there. Throw down that rebound.
Yes, sir.
Well, no need to back it out if you're in position for the dunk.
And for Antetokounmpo, huge hands, Clark. Do you think that's a factor in his great ball handling?
I certainly do. I mean, point forward skills. He can create for others, do just about everything on the court. The main thing to work on is his shooting on a low release point. He's got to get that fixed. But the coaches in Milwaukee may look to tweak that for him, but he's got a lot to offer.
Rondo kicks to Gay. And it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 4 assists in the game. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Passes it to Mayo. Monroe with a screen on Rondo. Antetokounmpo passes to Mayo. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And the lead goes right back over. This is a seesaw affair.
The game's there for the taking, but neither team seems to want it.
Out of bounds, Kings ball. Sacramento keeps possession.
Super defensive play. I mean, if that pass gets through, it's probably 2 points.
And he knew that. He knew if it gets through, it's a score, so that's why he sold out for it and got a hand on it.
It's time now to reveal our State Farm assist of the game. Today, Steve, it's a big man winning the honor.
And it was a no-brainer. This assist was really out of this world. I mean, he had a great understanding of the situation and where the ball had to go.
Collison is out there with McLemore. Then there's Kufis. Then there's Caspi. And it's Butler in at the threesome. That's the 5 out there for the Kings.
This is what you love, guys. Superb defense. A great steal, and just like that, they add 2 points to this narrow lead.
And you just cannot afford to give up plays like that at this stage of a tight ball game, guys.
And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
What a beautiful play inside, using that height advantage to just lay the ball up and in when they really needed a basket.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Kings?
These long-range shots look like layups out there, guys.
You know, they're taking care of business in the paint, too. Those are valuable points they've been getting down low.
And McLemore kicks to Collison. Shot clock at 6. Kufis dishes to Butler. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
You cannot afford to make mistakes like that here in a tight game.
A big group substitution here for Sacramento. He's checked in for Kufis. Cousins comes in for Caspi. Rudy Gay's checked in for Butler. And it's Bellinelli in for Ben McLemore. Milwaukee also making some changes. Parker's checked in for Plummer. Antetokounmpo comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Mayo in for Vasquez. And he gets it to go. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
This could be an instant classic, fellas. I mean, this thing has all the looks of a game that's going to go right down to the last shot.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play. John Rondo is checked in for Darren Collison. The Bucks also with the sub. Monroe's checked in.
Boy, what a great and one right there. These are the kind of plays that win you basketball games, guys.
And here's Mayo for 3, and he gets it to go. Mayo's got 11 in the second half.
He's showing no signs of letting up here.
The Kings trailing. Kicks to Gay. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Monroe. Monroe's got his 5th rebound in this one. Kept alive. Antetokounmpo passes to Mayo. Mayo missing again.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
Here's Rondo. Finish off the break. And the Kings lead by 1. And the crowd roaring to life.
That was a huge shot. And they're just about dancing in the aisles now.
What an eruption in this building.
And play stops as it looks like they call over the back here.
Now that's an aggressive play, trying to get that rebound. Maybe a little too aggressive.
And it was totally unnecessary, Steve. He was in no position to get to that ball. He should have just conceded.
Chris Middleton's checked in for O.J. Mayo. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 3-point game.
No problem for him there. You just know what the result's going to be when he steps to the line in a tight game like this.
Here's Middleton. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And it's Rondo penetrating. He dishes it to Bellinelli. Gay with it. Now Monroe defending. Parker with the steal. Now here's the fast break. Parker leading the way. Yes! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Oh, that is a massive shot.
You know it is. He's stepping right into the spotlight.
Gay kicks to Rondo. It's stolen by Carter Williams. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Money!
Boy, that was a massive sequence of events there. Absolutely clutch defense to trigger the break.
And we've seen games decided on plays, Clark, just like that.
Effort and hustle plays often are big plays for a team.
Yeah, what a time to blow up a play and then turn it into a slam at the other end.
Outside for Rondo. Gay drives in. It's in!
Rudy Gay is on like he is now. There's not a whole lot you can do about it.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're trailing by 1. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The Bucks making a switch here. Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now the pass to Antetokounmpo. Money!
Now, how exciting is it, guys, to see him go hard to the basket like that? I love it.
It's always fun to see, and it's one of the sights you can count on when he's out there, for sure.
Yeah, but you've got to try to do more to slow him down. You can't play him so soft near the hoop.
Timeout called by the Kings. They're behind by 1. 3 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
It's come down to this. One shot to win the game. They have just enough time to catch the ball, make a quick pass, and then get it airball.
A 3 from Game. So a Coun.
10 games of hoops on MLK Day. This is your express tour through the association. Called a fast break on Nba2k15. The big game on the evening was a rematch.
And now, the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Sprite.
Greetings, everyone. 2K Sports brings you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr as we get set to bring you all the action. It's all about the Western Conference. That's where the action is today as the Golden State Warriors get ready to battle. Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Ran outside at the 3 with Ibaka playing the power forward. Russell Westbrook out there with Anthony Morrow. And it's Cantor in at the 5. Now Durant. After the missed 3 from Klay Thompson. The second chance effort. The shot's good from Cantor. Cantor's got the opening basket of the game for the Thunder. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Curry with the 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Bogut. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Now they finally connect with their 4th shot of the game.
On defense, the Warriors. Passes it to Morrow. Back to Westbrook. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Durant wide open. He fires. Morrow, no good.
Not really the start they wanted. They've missed 3 of their first 4 shots from the field.
Thompson for the triple. And it's Thompson again missing.
That's now 4 misses on their first 5 attempts. Still trying to find the rhythm and flow here offensively.
And Steve, Kevin Durant, truly one of the best scorers, and the statistics would show that league-wide every year, and last season's MVP.
Well, he's improved his game in pretty much every category, whether it's rebounding, ball handling, passing, defense. Incredible to see a player who is already historically great just take his game to another level.
The 3 from Morrow, and again, no good by Oklahoma City. Warriors have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Here's Curry, and count it. 2 points with a chance for one more.